Good day, ladies and gentlemen, to the mining news. On Commodity TV, the silver train can hardly be stopped despite a little correction what we see these days in the markets. The markets are becoming more and more tight, and the deficit in the market is already estimated at 265 million ounces for this year. This is the 6th year in a row. To be honest, it's getting rough for the shorties, and they are fighting very hard, but I think they will lose. Vizsla Silver will hold an extraordinary general meeting on 17th June 2024. The purpose is to approve the previously announced spin-out through a plan of arrangement between Vizsla Silver and Vizsla Royalties Corporation, referred to as SpinCo, whereby holders of Vizsla Silver common shares will be entitled to receive for each one Vizsla Silver share held 1/3 of a common share of SpinCo and 1/3 of a warrant to acquire common shares of the SpinCo held immediately prior to completion of the arrangement. Each full SpinCo warrant will entitle the holder thereof to purchase one SpinCo share at an exercise price of 5 cents per share for a period expiring on the earlier first 120 days after the date on which the SpinCo shares and SpinCo warrants are listed on the TSX, or secondly 31st December 2025. The arrangement requires the approval of at least 2/3, meaning 66.6% of the votes cast by shareholders present in person or represented by proxy and entitled to vote at the meeting. Vizsla Silver has obtained an injunction from the Supreme Court of British Columbia. Subject to the approval of Vizsla Silver shareholders, Vizsla Silver will seek a final order from the court approving the arrangement. The company anticipates that the arrangement will be completed on or about the 24th June 2024. It is expected that shareholders of record 21st June 2024 will be entitled to receive spin-out shares. Vizsla Silver thereby creates further value for shareholders. Sierra Madre Gold and Silver announced that Semarnat, the Mexican federal agency responsible for environmental permitting, has approved amendments to the existing operating license for the Guitarra mine and mill complex in the state of Mexico. These amendments allow for the placement of tailings in the dry shaft at the site of the active tailings facility TSF123, the construction of a tailings filtration plant near the existing mill, the placement of tailings in the Guitarra underground mine, and 58 surface drilling rig locations. The regulatory approval for the dry stacking of tailings is an important milestone for Sierra Madre with respect to the potential restart of the Guitarra mine. This approval allows the company to transition from the conventional tailings facility to a more modern system and delays the near-term capital cost of constructing the fully permitted 5.8 million ton TSF4. The use of the dry tailings facility will result in more process water being recycled and more tons of tailings being deposited within the existing footprint of TSF123. Dry tipping is the more environmentally friendly alternative and offers a higher level of safety in the long term. TSF123 has 2 conventional tailings facilities with a remaining capacity of 230,000 tons, which the company plans to use in the initial phase of operations. Construction work on one site began in April and is due to be completed before the start of the rainy season in June. The dam is being built in 30 cm thick, compacted layers. The inside and bottom will be lined with a high-strength HDPE lining, as is customary in the industry. With a processing plant operating capacity of 500 tons per day, the 2 extensions will be sufficient for at least 15 months of operation, giving the company enough time to complete the design and construction of a combined dry well and paste fill system for tailings disposal. High-level studies conducted by Stantec Consulting International and Ingeniería y Construcción indicate that TSF123 could potentially have a dry stack capacity of at least 500,000 tons. The company has decided to conduct further geotechnical drilling and studies during the upcoming rainy season to obtain additional flood saturation data before proceeding with final design and engineering. This will enable the company to make more informed operational decisions. Permitting the use of tailings for backfilling is another important development from both an operational and environmental perspective. Instead of depositing tailings in TSF123, some of the process water is taken from the final product of the plant, then pumped as slurry into the mined areas, mixed with cement and used to fill open voids. This improves the overall stability of the mine, increases the reuse of process water, reduces potential acid buildup and on the surface, and saves space in TSF123. The company initially plans to use cement paste in the drifts below the main San Rafael conveyor level, 10 meters above the processing plant. This relatively low elevation minimizes initial pumping requirements and should reduce initial capital and operating costs. Also, 58 surface drill sites have been permitted to test the Progreso, Perdida, Guitarra and 350 veins near the existing Guitarra workings and the Las Palmas, Inca and Santa Teresa vein systems north of the existing underground workings. The Las Palmas, Inca and Santa Teresa vein system have never been drill tested and have a combined strike length of over 9 kilometers at the surface. All vein systems contain historic mining operations and several surface samples have returned commercially attractive silver and gold values. Sierra Madre is on track for full production and we are very positive on the stock. You can also find all information on our Commodity TV app in German and English, as well as everything about commodities. We look forward to your like. And more importantly, please subscribe to our TV channel. Please note the disclaimer. The shares discussed are part of the SRC Mining Special Situation Certificate, and I'm a shareholder in the companies. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.